Hey, how's it going, church leader? My name is Jordan Hardison, CEO of AIO.Church. And if you give me just a minute, I want to give you a few points that can really help your ministry grow. The first point I want to talk about is something called context switching fatigue. This is happening in your ministry all the time. It's happening with your volunteers, it's happening with your staff, and it's happening with your congregation members. And that is that every single time somebody has to switch from one application to another, they lose focus and they lose productivity. Studies show that every single time you make a switch from one application to another, it takes 9.5 minutes for your mind to refocus on the task that you were originally working on. This is especially important for your older congregation members. It becomes very difficult and creates a lot of friction when they are on one application to learn about your church, and then they have to use a different application to accept a schedule request or whatever that is. So it's super, super important to reduce the number of application switches. This is why so many different companies are trying really hard to buy all these different companies to create one super application, because they know how important it is to refrain from context switching fatigue. The second thing I want to talk about is roadblocks and barriers. Roadblocks and barriers, whether it's a volunteer, a high capacity volunteer, or a staff member within your organization, roadblocks stop efficiency. Let me give you an example of a roadblock. A roadblock would be they are working on a social media post that's going to go for your ministry, but they do not have access to the Dropbox or the Google Drive account that they need in order to get the image that they need to continue to make that post. So it's super, super important for us to reduce as many roadblocks as possible. Oftentimes those tasks get abandoned and then you get frustrated because what you've asked to be done is not getting done. And so it reminds me of the Apple Store. This is why when you go into an Apple Store, there are no aisles, because they want to reduce as much friction. Even the front door is missing because they want to reduce as much friction as possible for people to come in and to learn about their products. You have got to figure out how to reduce friction within your ministry. Ministry takes a huge task on you anyway. And so you want to reduce task load, reduce friction so you can focus more of your time and more of your energy on ministry. And the third point that I want to bring up today is automations and systems. This is super important. Goals does not make your ministry grow. And I know that that's not pleasant to hear, but goals does not make you grow. Systems make you grow. The more times that you have to repeat yourself, the more times that you have to reteach someone how to do something, the slower it is going to be to grow your ministry, and the reduction in the effectiveness of your ministry is going to be very, very evident. And so what you want to do is you want to automate as many tasks as you possibly can and create systems and flows so that it's easy for you to scale and multiply your ministry. And that is exactly why we have created AIO.Church. AIO.Church is a product that's been in development for over 6 years, focused directly on how we can improve efficiency, systems, and automations within your church. It is a platform that stands for all-in-one. It includes every single piece that you would need for your church. Everything from leads to your dashboards, your calendars, your meetings, your finances, your live streaming, and many, many other things brought into one platform to reduce as much friction as possible, to keep your staff focused, and also to keep your congregation engaged. Let me give you one more example. One of the reasons why Facebook is so popular right now, especially for your older congregation, is because it is so comprehensive. They can keep up with their community, they can post pictures, they can like, and they can comment, and they can even message and communicate with one another. And that is why everybody is gravitating towards Facebook. But what we've done is we've created your own church's social media platform within your application. So you do not have to go to another app for scheduling. You do not have to go to another app for texting or communications. Everything takes place in one app, your church's app, in one place. That's with AIO.Church. So click on this link and check out more about how AIO.Church can help with your church and your efficiency.